appreciate that. What I would say is that certainly there is absolutely a requirement for balance in this state, what I call the balance of the 3 E's, energy, environment, and economy. And to the degree that we can get that balance right, then I think we have an opportunity to create jobs, create wealth, at the same time do the right thing for our environment. One of the things that I would suggest that folks look at is that the Louisiana legislature absolutely, by the adoption of revised statute 36806, and I would point you to that particular statute. Prior to 1974, there was a Department of Conservation in the state, and in 1974, when we redid the Constitution, we created the Office of Conservation within this new entity called the Department of Natural Resources. However, the legislature chose to create an absolute firewall between the Commission of Conservation and any of the other executives of the Department of Natural Resources. I would suggest that you all take a look at that particular legislation, because they use a verb within the particular statute that prevents me from actually reviewing the administration of the commission. And it's an isolated firewall there, and I would say we certainly want jobs in Louisiana, and I would expect the commissioner to do the right thing. And there's been, I think, a request of 12,000 emails that have gone through the department, and nothing has been landed in my particular lap in that particular issue, simply because we followed that particular statute as the legislature asked us to do in 1974.
You understand the frustration, I assume, with folks in buying corn and the questions that they were also asking?
Absolutely. I understand frustration in this issue, in the Macondo issue, in the storm reaction to Hurricane Isaac. Absolutely. There are consequences for the things that we do, and we have an absolute right and duty to get it right. But in response to the question that you had relative to me, I want you to take a look at that statute. I think you will see clearly that the legislature said the Commission on Conservation is an independent body within the Department of Natural Resources. And you might want to, just to clarify, you might want to call Sheriff Wagensback. I'll give you his telephone number.
I have
98, for those of you who do not, 985-637-6392 on where he believes I was in that issue. Thank you.
Thank you. Personally, I don't back down from challenges, not in my business or in the legislature. As a general contractor, as the head man in charge, I have electrical companies, plumbing companies, 40 subs that work with me under a project. I have a problem with one of them, I'm responsible. Though we have separate contracts, I am responsible. I ran for the legislature in 07 to make a difference. I felt it was time for a businessman, a conservative, a reformer, and a leader to run. And I ran on those. And I have a proven record as vice chair, chair of labor, and currently as chair of commerce. Personally, that's where I stand on my issues. Thank you.
As a government official, and particularly as a regulator, there is a sacred duty to put the public interest first. Clearly, in the scale and magnitude of this sinkhole, ever expanding, the health and safety consequences that brings to our communities, there was a negligence in diligence. There was a negligence in communication, and there was a negligence in putting the priorities of the citizenry before the corporations. This issue is one that absolutely pertains to the work of the Public Service Commission. The duties of the Public Service Commission are to make sure that the public gets the best possible deal. You cannot have in dispute, you cannot be left wondering whose interests are being decided upon. This becomes extremely important, again, when you look at the money, where the source of the money is coming from, and whether that is trumping the corporate interests, leading over the public interests, and fundamentally, to reach for new political office and to abandon your post is leaving the battlefield, it's leaving your troops, and it's leaving the citizenry of Louisiana, and it is a risk for this position.